I would be remiss if I failed to address the chronically malcontent people who consider themselves to be important out there on social media. I got news for the folks on social media. You're not all that important. You might think you are, but you're not. Because most of the assumptions you make are wrong. It would be helpful to ask for the truth before you start publishing stuff online. It really would help a lot, because you don't understand, but all of our meetings are recorded. There's documentation for all this stuff, and it's on our server. And if anybody really wants to know who said what about what particular item, rather than trusting the folks that have a keyboard in front of them, you should take your keyboard and come to the Poway server, and you can look all the stuff up. But there's people out there that just take great pleasure in distorting the truth. And they just seem to take pleasure in saying bad things about good people. And I just think that's plain wrong. We have the First Amendment, which some people abuse sometimes. And these attacks that people do online and on social media, it discourages good people from coming out and applying for a job. There's people that come up to me on a regular basis and say, I don't know how you do that. I don't know why you put up with those people. But I'm glad you do. But I wouldn't do it. But, it's sad, because these people on social media, I'm not saying all of them, but we know who they are, and they know who they are, and they just wake up unhappy every day. They start complaining about stuff, and they seem to enjoy complaining, and they seem to just kind of make it so that they want to drag everybody else down around them instead of trying to be appreciative of what you have, and to say that, Poway is a special place. You could be part of it. You could volunteer. You could help. But they never volunteer. They never show up for anything. They just criticize. And it's sad, because some of these people are parents, and if that's what you're teaching your children at a young age, it's just not good for our future. Kids should look up to their parents for inspiration, not look at them as the people who complain about everything. It's just, I don't know. People say, "Oh, we want to change Poway. Poway doesn't represent me," and all this. Well, for those people, maybe they should move someplace that they feel more comfortable, someplace they feel better represented, someplace where they feel like, it's all about them. It's sad, because it shouldn't be all about them. It should be all about us. And yet, some people feel that they're influential. They're going to be out there and they're going to convince other people that they're right about everything. But facts matter. For people to do this stuff, it's sad. So before I leave, I just want to reiterate the fact that I'm going to miss every one of you guys. I really will. But I'm not going to miss one of those complaining people online. They're just miserable. They can stick to themselves and they can complain all they want. But for the folks here in Poway, we're going to continue to do the right thing for the right reason. And if you want the facts, come to the source. So thank you, and good night, Poway.
Nothing at this time.
Alan?
Nothing.
We will adjourn in honor of Deputy Mayor Barry Leonard.
Hit it, Steve.